Hey guys, my name is Alex Miller, Keto Coach, and I want to share my weight loss journey today. I lost 165 pounds with the keto diet, and I know a lot of people out there, they have a lot of weight to lose. They're not really sure how to get started or if they have what it takes. And so I want to share this video because I think that anybody can do what I've done. And even if you've struggled to lose weight before, if you've given up on diets, if you've spent a bunch of money to sign up for the gym only to quit a couple of weeks later because it was hard, I can relate. I did it. I made it, and I think that you can too. So hopefully this inspires you, hopefully it gives you some information and really shows you that no matter what you've struggled with, anything is possible and you can do this. So here's me at 400 pounds. Quite a difference. So I was always a chubby kid. I didn't like to play sports. I liked to play Pokemon. I'd sit and play my Game Boy while everybody else was outside running around at recess. So I was always a little bit pudgy, not gonna lie. And it got worse and worse as I grew up. When I was a teenager, I remember coming home and I would just stand in front of the fridge in the dark with the light shining in my eyes, and I would take a big spoon and I'd eat leftovers straight out of the fridge. And then I'd go into the ice cream and I'd scoop it into my mouth, and then I'd use the back of the spoon to smooth it over so it didn't look like I'd been in there. I don't know if anybody ever realized, but I was really ashamed of that. I was really self-conscious and embarrassed, and I felt like there was something wrong with me. It was humiliating. I hated looking that way. I felt like I was ugly and gross, and yeah, it was terrible. And this is me on day one of starting keto. This is me at 360 pounds. I was a big boy, and my appetite had gotten out of control. I was binge eating. I was a sugar addict. My health was in shambles. I was pre-diabetic, high blood pressure, sleep apnea, chronic gout. Felt like I had broken ankles trying to walk around on that. I'd be in bed for 2 to 3 weeks at a time, like barely able to function, crawling my way to the bathroom. It was really, really bad. I had insomnia, headaches every single day, heartburn every single day. Basically being told, you better get bariatric surgery because you are going to die of a heart attack before you turn 40. Hearing that for years. And knowing, I gotta get my act together, I gotta fix this, what's wrong with me, why can't I do this, I know that I'm dying, my life is miserable, I'm in pain, I can't do anything, I'm insecure, I'm self-conscious, and never quite being able to really stick with a diet or a meal plan or a workout routine. It just never worked for me, and I got bigger and bigger and sicker and sicker. And it wasn't until I met somebody who said, I'm going to help you lose weight. I'm going to teach you what you need to know. And, I really trusted that person. I thought they were going to kind of be my genie in a bottle and kind of wave their magic wand and help me fix whatever was wrong with me, teach me what I needed to know and help me transform myself so that I could finally get the results that I was spending so much time daydreaming about. That person flaked. They didn't follow through with that. And, it left me feeling really defeated, they're not going to help me, then I guess I'm just stuck, I'm going to be fat. Because I can't do it by myself. I fail every time I try, and, I screw up, and, I just got so tired of feeling helpless, and feeling like I didn't have what it takes, and feeling like I was going to have to resort to some surgery because I couldn't control myself. That made me feel so pathetic. I'm not knocking it if that's what needs to happen. I know there are people out there who really need to get the help, but for me it was I'm not there yet, but I'm gonna be. And I don't want to let that happen. I don't want to do that to myself. What can I do now while I still have some control? And I was overwhelmed, I was confused, I didn't really know how to lose weight or how to work out or how to diet. I didn't know how to count calories. I didn't know how to use a macro tracker. I just knew that I needed to do something, and I needed to stop procrastinating and start now. I couldn't wait till the first of the month. I couldn't wait till Monday. I couldn't wait till New Year's. Because every time I gave myself that excuse, that way out, I would just run with it. I would take an inch and make it into a mile, you know? So, I don't know, it was Wednesday or something. It was 9 o'clock at night. I was sitting in front of my computer looking at before and after pictures on Reddit and daydreaming about, what if I was the type of person that had that kind of willpower and discipline? Oh, look at the results all these people are getting. I wish I could do that. And then I decided, you know what? They were probably thinking the same thing before they lost 100 pounds, 200 pounds. How am I any different? Why don't I just do it? Like, where can I start? I started thinking about solutions and action rather than fear and doubt, and I've messed up before, so it's never going to happen. It was like I got obsessed with, like, what do I have to do to get the results they're getting? And I decided, well, I gotta learn what they had to learn. I have to figure out what they figured out, because if they can do it, so can I. And I'm telling you, if I could do it, so can you. And so I just started to educate myself, and I started really simple. You know, everybody says eat less, move more. Eat less, move more. Super basic. And that's really hard when you're super overweight, because your appetite is crazy. You want to eat everything but the kitchen sink. And, you know, it's hard to work out because you're heavy and it's uncomfortable and you don't have the endurance since you're sweating and you're self-conscious. So people are giving you the solution to your problem, but the problem is it's not a very good solution because it's so difficult. And people aren't going to do things that feel impossible and that suck. You know, we're not going to go from eating super decadent food that makes our brains happy to boiled broccoli and chicken. That doesn't make any sense. It sounds like a prison sentence, not a sustainable lifestyle change. And so I started that, you know, the brown rice and the chicken and the vegetables, and trying my best. And I lost a little bit of weight. You know, I started at 400 pounds or more. The scale wouldn't register past 400, but I was for sure above that. I got down to 360 just by really basic, just eating plain, boring food. And, you know, I was walking like 5 minutes every night. I didn't know how to work out. I didn't want to go to the gym. I was self-conscious. So I just walked. I'd walk to the end of the block and I'd turn around and I'd come back. It was about as much as I could do, but it was something. It was slowly building confidence and, you know, building a habit, which was huge. Once I got into the habit of doing it, it built a lot of confidence. I was like, wow, maybe I am the type of person that sticks with, you know, a routine, a fitness routine, a meal plan. I can do this. It's just a habit. It's just being consistent. And I still believe that. I believe that it's not so much about willpower or discipline as much as it's about valuing something and making it a habit so that it's on autopilot. I always tell people, you know, do you have to think about it before you brush your teeth or take a shower before work? Do you have to weigh the pros and the cons? Do you have an internal struggle like, should I do this? Maybe I should do the other thing. It's like, no, you just take a shower and then you move on with your life. The diet eventually becomes like that. The workouts eventually become like that. You just say, it's 10 o'clock, time to go for a walk before bed. Or, you know, it's dinner time, I meal prepped, so I'm going to eat this. Or, you know, it's the weekend, and this is my time when I meal prep so that I have time to do that. And then you just do it. It feels hard at first because we haven't made the habit, and we tell ourselves this story like it's our identity. Like, oh, I'm just not a healthy person. I don't know how to meal prep. I can't do it. It's so confusing. It's so hard. It takes so much time. It's expensive. Whatever the reason, we'll always find a reason. And I just decided to start looking for good reasons, and, you know, reasons why I could do it and why it would help my life become better, rather than reasons why it was hard and I had to wait till Monday. You know, once you start shifting the way you think about things, the things start to shift as well. They become a lot easier. So just doing those basic things got to 360 pounds, but it wasn't a lifestyle. It felt really, it felt like a prison sentence. Like I was just waiting for it to be over. Like boring food, you know, plain chicken and broccoli, you know, not being able to have anything really decadent because it's not healthy, right? And, you know, I was drinking a lot of soda, and I would tell myself, okay, I'll have soda, and then next time I go, I'll get a diet soda, and that I probably lost 10 pounds just doing that. Soda is one of the worst things for you, for real. It's switch to diet. I know it doesn't taste as good at first. Your taste buds will literally adapt, and you won't know the difference, and you'll lose a bunch of weight, and you won't die. So it's worth it. Give it a try. That was the first thing I did, was reduce soda, and I lost weight. So I lost a bunch of weight doing that, but it wasn't perfect. It wasn't what I wanted to really do. And then I found keto, and everything changed. Because I was reading it, I was doing research, trying to figure things out, what I wanted to do, how I could lose weight faster, and everything I was reading was like, you stop being hungry, you stop having cravings, you stop feeling repressed, you stop feeling like you're on a diet, you start losing weight really, really quickly, and you get to eat steak and eggs, and you get to have ice cream and cheesecake and tacos and pizza, and literally the only difference is you make it with almond flour rather than regular flour. And I was like, excuse me, how come I didn't hear about this a billion years ago? So I started that immediately. I went to Costco and bought a bunch of meal prep containers. I got, and I didn't know what to do really at first. I just started off with, chicken thighs with the skin, burger patties, pre-made sausages that I didn't even have to cook. That's how lazy I was, guys. I was like, pre-cooked sausage so that I can save myself 5 minutes, So I started from zero. I went from zero to keto. Taught myself how to count calories, how to meal prep. I was like your typical mid-20s, young guy, man-child. I didn't know how to do anything. I had to learn it all from scratch, and I did because it was important. It was the most important thing I could possibly do for myself, and I made it a priority. So once I found keto, everything changed, because it went from, I have to do this so I can lose weight, to oh, this is actually pretty awesome. And learning about metabolism and the food industry, and how they put sugar in everything, even white bread. And when we eat sugar, it spikes insulin. Insulin is the fat storage hormone. So when you have a lot of weight that you need to lose, even something healthy like brown rice, it's still raising your insulin. It can still sabotage your weight loss efforts. People who are metabolically healthy, they don't have to worry about that so much, because they can burn off that fuel before it gets stored as fat. But if you're really, really big, we've seen time and time again, if you have a lot of weight to lose, cutting the carbs and fueling yourself with fat it makes it so much easier, and it's healthy, it's natural, it's fine. Well, you should talk to your doctor to make sure, because there are conditions that can complicate things, especially things like type 1 diabetes. So definitely ask your healthcare team. But for the most part, it's pretty sustainable. A lot of people have fear about cholesterol and all these different things. And the studies are out there that show that that's all BS. It's a healthy, natural diet, as long as your body isn't sensitive to stress. That's really the big one. If spiking your cortisol is going to cause complications, then it might be a diet to be careful of. But other than that, it heals people. It really does. And this chronic issue we have in the modern world of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, even cognitive disorders like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, the decline in the mental functioning that we're seeing a lot as people get older, a lot of that is linked back to not only sugar consumption, but restricting cholesterol. So that's a whole rabbit hole that I'm not going to go down in this video. But you can tell by the way I'm ranting that I'm passionate about it, and that it's fascinating. It's a whole thing. And when I started thinking about it that way, I no longer looked at the sugar and the carbs and the standard American diet, which the initials are SAD for sad. I started thinking about it like, I'm not making a sacrifice. I'm not giving up anything of value. I'm cutting sugar, which is a poison, and I'm cutting carbs, which are sabotaging my appetite and my fat storage, and I'm just making my life easy, and I'm eating awesome food. So it was a no-brainer, and I didn't have to exercise willpower or discipline when I was doing something that I wanted to do. And if you take anything from this video, I hope you take that away. Don't look at it as you have to work hard on your weight loss. Don't look at it as if it's a diet. It's this thing that you're going to do for 2 weeks and then you get to go back to the way it was. Look at it as a way to completely transform the way you think about your health and your body and your metabolism and nutrition, and even just, products that you put in your body. They're able to hide sugars in so many things that we're feeding our children, things that are leading to disease. And even things like ADHD and lack of focus and anxiety, all of these things are linked back to sugar, and a lot of the times it's the processed things that are in our diets now. And so I'm going to get into another rant going into that stuff. But it was really through discovering keto and challenging the way that I thought about food and nutrition that I really developed the passion to drive myself towards the long-term success. And so, I got from 360 pounds the day I stepped on the scale on January 19th, 2018, down to, currently I'm 195 pounds here in 2020. And I got some after pictures to show you here. This is me now. So 165 pounds. And I hit that 195 pound mark in December 2018. So it took me less than a year to get to this weight. And it's been up and down since then, and I've had some cheat meals and fallen off the wagon and then come back to keto and worked my way down. And I'm still trying to get down like 10 pounds or so, while continuing to exercise, and just try to live a healthy lifestyle and figure out what's perfect for me. It's a work in progress, and if you fall off, like, everybody falls off the wagon. Everybody is figuring it out. Even people that have been on keto for years and have all this success, and you think, oh, they must have all this willpower and discipline, they must be a different type of person, and I'm not that kind of person. It's like, no, like, I can still binge eat. I can still be a sugar addict. If I put sugar into my body, I am like instantly a sugar addict. It just takes over, because that's kind of what it's designed to do. They design it in a lab to be addictive. And if I eat mindlessly, it's very easy to become a binge eater, because I'm engaging in a behavior that I'm putting palatable foods into my mouth and I'm not thinking about it. I'm not registering that I'm not hungry. I'm just eating out of habit. Anybody can fall into that trap if you're not careful. Even people that have had a lot of success and seem like they've got it all together. And so, it's embarrassing to admit, but at a certain point I went back to sugar thinking that I had a handle on it, and I probably gained 50 pounds just getting trapped again in that whole feeling of guilt and shame, and shoveling ice cream into my face and being like, what is wrong with me? I had to work through that and overcome that the first time and again after I'd already lost a lot of weight. So that's a part of my journey, and it's something that I talk to people about, because they feel like if they mess up, it says something about their character. And nope, you're not broken, and you don't need to be fixed. You just sometimes have a bad habit, and habits can be broken. They can be replaced with good habits. So again, you can do this because I did this. And if I could do this, anybody can. And I really want you to believe me when I say that, because it doesn't take somebody with perfect willpower to get success. It just takes somebody that is willing to do the work, is willing to make the commitment and not give up. That's really the secret to weight loss. All the things they're trying to sell, all the ketones, the fat burner pills, the do this workout and you'll lose 20 pounds in a week. It's all clickbait. What really works is actually giving your body the nutrition that it needs, so that it's not hungry, so that it's not stuck inside of craving destructive, toxic food. And then really, it's about being patient and maintaining a lifestyle that you enjoy and can stick to over a long period of time, where your average is in the green zone, where your average is losing weight, where your average is eating healthy. And if you have a cheat meal here and there, if you go over on your calories here and there, but you get back on track because you believe that you can, and you're not a screw up, then 80% good, 20% a little bit naughty, you'll get there. It'll be fine. So my mission now, I did the work for myself. I got the results, and I overcame a lot of the insecurity that I've always struggled with. The feelings of being a disgusting, helpless person, not being able to take care of myself, not having any self-control, willpower, discipline. I conquered all of that. I realize now what all of that is. and what I'm really capable of. And if I fall into that trap again, feeling like I'm an addict, or oh, why am I eating so much? I'm just I'm a glutton, and being hard on myself. I know how to talk to myself and how to fix my mindset so that I can overcome that, and I can help other people overcome that. And I feel like I was given a second chance at life by discovering this way of eating, by transforming my body, my mind, my spirit in the way that I have, overcoming so much adversity, restoring my health, no longer having the pre-diabetes, the sleep apnea. I mean, complete 180 to the degree that, I mean, I'm unrecognizable to anybody who knew me before. I'm a different person, not just physically, but the way I talk, the way I treat people, my priorities in life, my values, what I'm working towards, my hope and dreams, the future. It's all different, and it all came from healing my body with nutrition. And that's why I'm a huge nerd about it. I'm super passionate. I love talking to people about this. I love helping people to uplift their self-esteem, to show them that they're capable of making this huge change, no matter how hard it seems, no matter how confusing it is right now, no matter how many times you've failed in the past, how much you've struggled, how many times you've signed up for the gym and then stopped going, how many times you've cheated on your diet, how many times you've stood in front of that fridge and shoveled ice cream in your mouth and felt like there was something wrong with you. I don't care. All of that is in the past. The only thing that matters is, what are you going to commit to now? What are you going to decide to do now? If you decide, my health, my weight loss journey, how I feel about myself, my ability to be healthy and able to keep up with my kids, my grandkids, whatever your reason is for wanting to be keto or for wanting to lose weight, you have to find that and hold on to it and really go for it. And you'll be unstoppable. When it's not just about the number on the scale, but it's when it becomes about what losing that weight is going to do to change your life and what you'll be capable of when you improve your health. That's when you get over that feeling of, it's going to be so hard, it's going to take all this willpower, I'm not sure what I'm doing, and you just make it happen. And I believe that you can. And if you have any doubt in your mind, if you're struggling with anything, let me know, because I really feel passionate about this and I want to help you. I want to make sure that you have the support that you need, that you have the tools that you need, and that you're moving forward, you're moving towards your destiny, and you start becoming the person that you're meant to be. Because I did that for myself, and that's my mission now, is to help you do that too. So reach out to me, let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you need any help. That's what I'm here for. Again, my name is Alex Miller, Keto Lifestyle Coach, and I hope that this helped inspire you, to motivate you, to show you what you're truly capable of.